Right, MTT2. Let's have a read of this then. It says accidentals. What are accidentals? Accidentals are signs that are put just before a note to tell musicians to change the pitch. That's how low or how high the sound is. The type of sign used shows how to change it, okay? So you've got the flat sign here, which is like a tiny little B, okay? And that lowers the pitch by a semitone, okay? And we talked about semitones for the last MTT. That's moving, I can show you here, from, let's say we've got an A, you go down one semitone to an A flat, okay? So we've got here a flat sign. We've got every green bus, that's a B, and then we've got this flat sign here in front of the B, and that makes it a B flat. So on the keyboard that would look like this. You've got the B, there's B flat. So B flat is a different note altogether. It means you lower it down a semitone, okay? So that's what a flat sign is. Then we've got a sharp sign, which you'll recognise as a hashtag. The sharp raises the pitch by a semitone, so it just does the opposite. It makes it go one semitone higher, and then you can see there's an F there, and when you've got a sharp sign in front of it, it means it's a different note. It's an F sharp, which on the keyboard, here's F, F sharp is one semitone higher, which is the black note there, okay? So sharps and flats are the black notes on the keyboard, all right? So there's one more symbol here, which is the natural sign, okay? And it looks like this. And what that does is it cancels the previous sign. Basically, what happens is, in a bar of music, you can put a sharp on a note, and that tells you to play that note sharp, but it also sharpens all the other notes, all the other Fs after that in the bar. If you want to play an F sharp and then an F afterwards, then you'd write a little F like that, and you'd put a natural sign just like this, okay? So that would mean, so we've got an F here, and then we can play an F sharp, which is the semitone higher, then we can put a natural sign to cancel that out, okay? So if you've got a flat, this is a B flat, putting a natural next to it will actually raise this back up to B, okay, because the flat makes it lower, and you put the natural on it, cancels out this, and it makes it higher again. And the same goes for this. F sharp, that is actually the note, the semitone higher than F. If you put a natural sign here, this cancels that out. So this next note is now just an F natural, which is just normal F, okay? So then it says, an accidental lasts until another one on exactly the same line or space cancels it, or until the next bar. So this is what I was saying. So you can see here, we've got an accidental, we've got an F sharp, we've got a sharp sign on this F, and we've got a G, and then this F is actually also an F sharp. You don't have to write it every time. This counts for every other F in the bar. But we have a G here, and the composer here wanted to go down to an F natural, a normal F. So he had to cancel this out. The composer had to cancel that by putting a natural symbol there. So that now is F sharp G, F natural, as in normal F, and then so on, okay? You've got another example here where you've got B flat, and then you've got a B flat up there, and then you come down, and you don't need another B flat there, another flat sign, because we've got one there. So the B, that's still a B flat, even though it doesn't look like a B flat, it is. And the same goes for this one, because we've already got a B flat on that space there. And then we come down, and they want to go to normal Bs now, so it's natural B and natural, B natural, okay? And last example, we've got E, F sharp with the sign there. And now we've got a new bar here, so there's a bar line, and so that doesn't apply anymore. The sharp doesn't apply in this new bar. It all starts afresh. So we've got a G, and then this is a normal F. That sharp does not apply to that. So it's only within the bar can you get other sharps or flats to count for those. Okay, so what do we have to do? Let's have a look. I think this is pretty easy first. So we need to write over the dotted lines to make sharps or flats. So I'm not going to do all of this, but you can just, it's pretty obvious, you just fill those in like that, okay? And there's a sharp here, so you can do that as neatly as you can. Okay, so that's just practicing those, and there's a natural here. Okay, all right. Next question, write a flat in every space and every sharp on every line. Okay, sorry, so a flat on every space first. So that's a flat symbol. So the kind of circular bit of the B goes in the space. So if we come down and then do the thing there, there's the first space, and come down and there's the second space, and come down, there's the third, and the last space up there, and then the sharps on every line. So the center point of the sharp goes on the line. That tells you which note is actually sharp, so that should be there. And the next line, making sure that the line goes through the center. Okay, so I won't do all those, but you have to do all of those lines. Okay, get 9 marks for these, 8 marks for that. Okay, so next, oh, that's that. We turn over onto the next side, and we've got this to do. So it says write a flat just before these notes, then write their note names. So we just start, I'll do one for you. So write a flat symbol there, and we have to know what that note is. So it's treble clef, spaces, so F-A-C-E, so it's going to be an E, and because we've put a flat there, it's E flat, okay? So do the same for these. Question 4, write a sharp just before these notes, then write their note names. So do the same thing, just with a sharp. So I put a sharp here, making sure that the center of the sharp symbol is in the middle of that space. And this is treble clef again, it's in the spaces, so F-A. That is an A sharp. Okay, you can do the rest. Incidentally, if you're not sure about how to get these notes, which are above the stave on ledger lines or below ledger lines, for this one, because it's on the top, it's above the top line here, every green bus drives fast, and then use your alphabet to go up 1, that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it goes up 1 again to A. We go back to A, so that's an A. And then this one, bottom line here is an E, because of every green bus drives fast. Then go back 1, that's a D in the alphabet. Go back 1 again, that's a C, and go back 1 again, that's a B. So put a sharp in front of that, that's going to be a B sharp, all right? Next question, it's the same again, write a natural just before them. So we're going to write a natural, making sure that that central bit is in the space. And then we've got bass clef this time, don't get caught out there. So all cows eat grass for spaces, all cows, that's a C natural. Okay, and do the same for those. All right, and next question, flatten each middle note below, then return it to its original pitch. So pretty obvious really. You just flatten it by putting the flat sign there in the middle, and then return it to its original pitch with a natural sign. So just do one for you. So that's going to be an A, and then we've got we need to flatten it, and then we need to return it to its original pitch, which is cancelling it out with the natural sign. Do that for all of those. And then the next one, sharpen each middle note and then return it to its original pitch. Exactly the same. We've got a C, we sharpen it, and then we return it with a, cancel it out with that. So we've got a sharp sign there, and then we need a natural sign to make it natural. Okay, that is it. So hopefully you've understood that. Any questions, come find me. Okay, bye.